Ladies and gentlemen, this is One Wrestling Video via OneWrestling.com, and I am the reporter of the people, the man with the plan, Big Ray, here to stay to talk some wrestling today. And ladies and gentlemen, I am going to be predicting Impact Wrestling's Redemption pay-per-view, which will take place this April, depending on when you're watching this video, the 22nd, on Sunday, emanating from, well, Orlando, Florida, the home of Impact Wrestling. Alright guys, so we're going to jump into this really quickly, and I got to tell you something. Ever since Mr. Don Callis has taken over creative, along with Scott D'Amore, I feel that Impact Wrestling has done a great job of revamping their roster. And excuse me, it's super freaking hot in this department right now. I got to tell you, I'm looking forward to this. I love the partnership between Lucha Underground and Impact Wrestling, what they've established over the last year. You know, this company has had many ups and downs, as you guys know, but the fact is that right now I think they're in the best place they've been in a long time. One of the best things that's happened to Impact Wrestling, in my humble opinion, is the departure of one Alberto El Patron Del Rio, whatever the heck you want to call him. So happy that opens up the spot. Let me tell you something, the main event was just made 12 times better with Mr. Del Rio on or off this card, and that's just a fact. It's just true. I always felt that this company was much better without him than with him. But neither here nor there, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to jump right into the very first match of the evening, and this is a great match. We have a couple of well, we have one gentleman that's more synonymous with AAA wrestling, and also Drago, who's synonymous with AAA wrestling, but right now more synonymous with Lucha Underground. And this match is between Aerostar and Drago. And this is going to be the kickoff match from what I hear. Again, this match card, I've searched everywhere for a match card. And there's a match here that let's just say I'm surprised that's not on the mat, on this card. There's a match that I'm surprised should be on this card. After watching Impact Wrestling, there is absolutely no payoff, and it makes no sense. But I'm going to tell you why I think this match will possibly happen. So let's jump right into this. So Aerostar and Drago. Again, this is going to be an absolute barn burner. Right now, at this point in juncture, I think the American fans are a little more, let's just say, familiar with Drago. Aerostar is a phenomenal athlete. I think he's about 5'6", and I think Drago is about the same, maybe 5'7", 5'8". But both, no, I think they're more or less same size. Drago's a little thicker. Drago is just an amazing in-ring competitor. But one thing that he has is that gimmick, you know, with the gimmick tongue and everything like that. I know a couple of young ladies that would love that. But anyway, neither here nor good guys. It doesn't matter. It's the year 2018. But the truth is this. I think because Drago is the more popular, and this is a national, well, worldwide pay-per-view, I think Drago is more popular worldwide. I think it makes more sense for Impact Wrestling to put him over, and I think that is the man who will go over. So I see Drago winning this match. I just think he's better all around, to be honest with you. Yeah, so I'm going to go with Drago to win this match. Now, we're going to jump into the second match of the evening. Again, this is the way everyone has it listed, so I'm going with this. And this is what I call one of these things are not like the other match. What am I talking about? Well, we have Ishimori versus Dezmond Xavier versus El Hijo de Fantasma versus DJZ versus Trevor Lee versus Brian Cage? What the heck is Brian Cage doing in this match? This is basically an X Division match, and you have all these high flyers, and then you put, I don't know, it's like putting Godzilla in Tokyo. That's the way it is. You know, this is the way I'm looking at it, and I just don't, I can't wrap my head around the fact that you would put somebody like Brian Cage in this match. Now, yes, Brian Cage is an extreme athlete. The guy can do backflips, front flips. He does things that a guy his size just shouldn't do, but this is the problem. And again, this is my opinion. I want you to leave your opinions here at OneWrestling.com or YouTube/OneWrestlingVideo, or hit me up on Twitter at Big Ray Show. The problem is that a guy like Brian Cage shouldn't be booked this way. He shouldn't be booked. He should be booked as a monster. This is the guy that put Bobby Lashley in a drill claw. You know, this is the guy that just came on Impact Wrestling last night, depending when you're watching this video, and just squashed KM, who's a big dude. By the way, his finisher now is the F5, because the drill claw is just one of the most dangerous things I've ever seen in my life. And putting somebody anything smaller than 180 pounds is scary as all hell. But I got to tell you, with all due respect to the other competitors, this should be a match where you have Brian Cage, who's basically slapping the hell out of people, knocking people out, hitting people with the big boot, throwing people over the top rope, just basically destroying every single person. There is no reason why Brian Cage should lose this match. Now, with all that being said, I think this is going to be an Andre the Giant Royal Rumble type match. What am I talking about? Well, when Andre the Giant was in the Royal Rumble, what happened? When Big Show's in the Royal Rumble, or Battle Royal, excuse me, what happens? When a guy like Kane or a huge man is in a Battle Royal, what happens? Well, all the little guys gang up on him. So I see a spot during this match where potentially everybody's going to get their flying drop kicks, their super kicks, super kick party, Hurricane Rana, so on and so forth. No Hurricane Ranas. Flying elbows. They're going to get everything in on Brian Cage. Brian Cage will probably hit the outside of the ring for about 2 or 3 minutes at a time as they continue to fight amongst themselves and attack. But eventually, I don't think there is any other way that anybody else can actually win this match. I see Brian Cage actually winning this match. So I see Brian Cage going over. I don't know why he's in this match other than to get him on the card. But then you could have got him on the card with put him on a card with, well, I would have saved KM to put him on a card with, and he could have squashed him on a pay-per-view. But you know what? I guess we're gonna see everything Brian Cage has to offer when it comes to athleticism in this match. So it's gonna be weird. This match could either go really crappy or it can be really awesome. So we'll see where it goes. Let's jump into the next match. House of Hardcore match. Excuse me. 6-man tag team match with Tommy Dreamer, Moose, and Eddie Edwards versus OVE. Ohio versus everybody. And who comes with Ohio versus everybody besides the Chris brothers? Of course, the notorious Sami Callihan. This guy's coming with his baseball bat. This is going to be a hard-hitting street fight of a match. And I do see a spot where Tommy Dreamer just goes to town on the brothers of OVE with that kendo stick. Is there a possibility that the bat comes into play, or maybe Sami Callihan actually hits Tommy Dreamer on the face or over the eye with the kendo stick, taking it away from him? At first, the business of this match is not between anyone else other than Eddie Edwards and Sami Callihan. This is where the business of this match. In other words, the storyline surrounding this match is basically the storyline of Eddie Edwards and Sami Callihan, right? So what is this pay-per-view called? This pay-per-view is called Redemption. And usually in a pay-per-view like this, it's babies up. So I'm going to go with Eddie Edwards to get his redemption over that of Sami Callihan. This feud can make a hell of a lot of more money if they keep moving forward with it. But I think this is where maybe it ends, and maybe Sami Callihan goes on to I guess face other people, maybe a title picture, Impact Grand Championship, anything. This guy is just that great. Sami Callihan, I don't know if you guys heard, he actually was in a match with the Taskmaster, 68-year-old Kevin Sullivan, in which he actually threw a chair at Kevin Sullivan's head and basically gave him a bump the size of a freaking baseball, and it had a big split in the middle. It was pretty disgusting. It looked like a third eye. And Kevin Sullivan, he does the whole third eye gimmick, the whole 666 devil stuff. So, but that was terrible to look at. You can just Google Sami Callihan, Kevin Sullivan. It's why is he in the ring? It's 68 freaking years old. Anyway. Alright, so let's move on here, guys, and we have the Impact World Tag Team Championship match between LAX and Scott Steiner and Eli Drake, dummy. Yeah, now, I was thinking about this. Originally I had spoken with my buddy Ben Hameen. We were doing an Impact Attack, and, I said, man, there's a good chance that you got not babies. You have the heels going over here, the bad guys going over here. You can make money with Scott Steiner just standing in the corner, putting people in a Steiner recliner and finishing them off and giving Eli Drake that title. But I think something's going to happen later on at the end of the night with Eli Drake. Eli Drake does have that tag team championship, so I'm going to change my mind. Now, again, on the Impact Attack, I had Eli Drake and Scott Steiner winning this match, but I'm thinking twice now. LAX has had a great run as the tag team champions. I don't know how long Scott Steiner is actually going to remain with the company. Don't know if he wants to continue to wrestle with Impact Wrestling. They can do a couple of tapings with him and keep him on for a couple of weeks. But honestly, guys, and again, there's a lot of money to be made with Scott Steiner, but at this point in juncture, I honestly do feel that, and again, I changed my mind from the podcast I recorded before this. I think LAX is going over, and I will explain to you why at the end of this show. So, Impact X Division Championship match, Matt Sydal versus Petey Williams. And you know what, guys? This is Petey Williams. Talk about redemption. The guy's, you know, he was off TV for, off major TV for many, many years. The guy is a TNA original, Impact Wrestling or TNA original. I mean, I've followed this guy all the way back to Team Canada when he was with Bobby Roode and anyway, you know, Eric Young and so on and so forth. A1 and of course their manager Scott D'Amore. Let me tell you something, guys. Good chance that man, I think we're gonna see the Canadian Destroyer from Petey Williams. I think Petey Williams he writes a story, and it's a story of redemption, a story of coming back. I think Petey Williams actually comes back and reclaims the X Division Championship. Matt Sidell did just lose the Impact Grand Championship, and I believe he will lose this the Impact X Division Championship. Why? Well, to be honest with you, this whole gimmick with Josh Matthews, I think, has fallen flat, and I think he's him as a heel, knowing who he is and how he is in real life. I mean, he's just the sweetest, kindest, most amazing guy in the world. And this heel gimmick is not working now. It can work if he loses his title and goes to a really, really dark place. Even if he turns on Josh Matthews, but if he turns on Josh Matthews, people hate Josh Matthews, so that'll make him more of a babyface. So I can see him really losing this match, by the way. So I'm gonna pick Petey Williams to go over here, and I don't know, man. I think Matt Sidell is gonna go through another evolution of his character within Impact Wrestling. So Petey Williams, your new Impact Grand Champion. Now here's a match that I'm like, wait a second, why is this match not on the card? Do you mind if I have a little coffee? Because I'm tired. I'm a little thirsty. It's Friday morning here when I'm recording this. Zero sleep last night. Anyway, so Kongo Kong versus Johnny Impact is not on the match card. They had, if you watched Impact Wrestling, Kongo Kong did attack viciously, I might add. Did attack not only the referee, but Johnny Impact, doing the cannonball onto a set of steel steps, and Johnny Impact got his mouth busted open. Now, question, here's an answer to the question of why this match is not on the match card. I believe that this match will in fact happen, as Johnny Impact will probably enter the arena looking for Kongo Kong, and they will have possibly a Falls Count Anywhere match, and they're just going to start fighting. A referee's going to come. Someone, Don Callis may come out. Someone ring the bell. Somebody get a referee if he chooses to be an on-air talent. This pay-per-view, and or Scott D'Amore. I think maybe Scott D'Amore may come out. Yeah, that's what I see happening, guys. Now with all that being said, they're investing a lot of time in Kongo Kong, and I think it's a good thing. Kongo Kong is just a supreme big man. He's also the tag team partner of my brother Ben Hameen. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I see Kongo Kong, believe it or not, going over Johnny Impact if it indeed happens. Yeah, I think it's going to be a great match. You know, during Impact Wrestling, it was, you know, the typical speed versus strength and size, but the problem is now Johnny Impact's pissed off and he wants what? Redemption. But I don't think he gets redemption here. I think they continue to build on the big man, and I think if this match in fact happens, it will be Kongo Kong going over strong. Now let's go to the Impact Knockouts Championship, and this is going to be interesting because at first I thought Su Yung might go over. It's Su Yung versus the champion Allie, and you know, I always felt to myself that maybe there's more money in the chase. You know, maybe having Allie lose the title and then try to regain the title would be, again, more valuable down the line. But the problem is that Su Yung hasn't really put her time in at Impact Wrestling. You say, what does that have to do with anything? Well, I just think she's not ready for that whole scenario. Now, a good idea of what may happen is, what if Su Young's in the match, right? And she's about to go over. Maybe you have Braxton Sutter, who is interfering in the match, and who comes out for the save? Rosemary. Hello? Rosemary comes in, green mist to the face of Braxton Sutter, red mist to the face of Su Yung, and what happens? I think Allie gets a roll-up pin for the 1, 2, 3. Allie goes over, which sets up a feud between two of the creepiest critters in Impact Wrestling, Su Yung and Rosemary. A mist versus mist match. Anything is possible, guys. This is the way I see this happening. So I see Allie retaining her title. I see Braxton Sutter trying to get involved. But I definitely see Miss Rosemary coming out for the save. And if this happens, then somebody give me the pencil. Call Impact Wrestling. I'll be working for them this weekend. And now let's go into the main event of the evening. You have Austin Aries defending the Impact Wrestling Championship versus Pentagon Jr. and Fenix. And wow, Pentagon Jr. and Fenix have been putting forth amazing stuff, especially Pentagon, who is possibly now becoming one of the more popular guys to hardcore wrestling fans along in Lucha Underground, AAA, so on and so forth. All three of these guys were amazing. If you guys watched the Impact versus Lucha Underground match where Alberto Del Rio freaking, or whatever, El Patron no-showed, basically, you know, these guys put on an amazing match. One of the craziest double super kicks I've ever seen in my life. And I got to tell you, Austin Aries really took that one hard. Now, with all that being said, I think Austin Aries wins this match. I don't know how. It's going to be tough for him. But here is why I think Eli Drake did not retain or will not win the tag team titles. It's possible he could win the tag team titles and this can still happen. But he has the briefcase. And with the briefcase, it's the same cash-in scenario. You can come in and cash in whenever you want, correct? So who are we to say? Who are we to get? Can we guess that after Austin Aries is in a brutal freaking three-way match between two of the hottest wrestlers in Lucha today, he's gassed, he's beaten, he's bloody, that Eli Drake comes in, hits him with the damn briefcase. Somebody get a referee over here, dummy. Yeah. Eli Drake cashes in and becomes your new Impact Champion. I think that's definitely a possibility. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Big Ray. Give me a follow on Twitter at Big Ray Show, Instagram at Big Ray Show, Snapchat at Big Ray Show. Find me on Facebook at Raymond Big Ray Hernandez. And if you're a nice person, if you seem to have a profile that seems to be halfway decent, I will accept you as a friend. Just don't message me privately every 5 seconds. I hate that stuff. Not that I don't love talking to you guys, but I mean, like, I get it all the time. It's crazy. So yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, give us a follow here at One Wrestling Video. Hey, hit the little bell over there. Hit that little bell down there. Hit that bell. I want you guys to get notifications because we're putting up new content, and we have a new team, a new Big Slam Nation coming to join us here. Hey, I'm telling you guys, I'm talking about guys like Rick Vickery, Mike Drago, Matt Schaefer. You don't know who they are, well, you will find out who they are. But one person I know who you know, that I know that you know that who he is, I guess. Anyway, it's Bill Apter, the legendary Bill Apter, who got a shout out by Bill Goldberg and during the his Hall of Fame speech. Bill Apter, give him a follow at Apter One Wrestling. Follow us on Twitter at One Wrestling. Ladies and gentlemen, I always say this. I would do this for a living, but if I couldn't, I'd do it anyway. Why? Because I love talking wrestling. And in the words of Bill Apter, we'll see you at the matches. And ladies and gentlemen, in the words of my brother Bill Schuyler in heaven, I will see you down the road. Hey guys, leave your predictions down below. I would love to see what you guys think, or hit me up on Twitter. Let me know who you think is going over strong. And for now, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you after Redemption. Peace, guys.